Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin still consolidating here. It feels boring. It is boring, but no change really to the previous video that I made yesterday. Bitcoin could still be in this fourth wave that I sketched on the chart. So for everybody who's new, we're exploring here an A, B, C pattern, which eventually has a chance to break down from the area between 17.1 and 17.6k. So these are still the targets to the upside. First target 17.1k. If we break through, then we have 17.6k. Above that, we're looking at a different wave structure, which could take us into 19 and 20k, but we're not there yet. So at the moment, we're looking here at higher still, yeah, especially as long as we're holding the key support levels. But the most relevant support level down here is still that 16,450 level for me, which is down here, that wave too low, and actually a little bit lower. That has to do with Fibonacci retracement levels. Here, we yesterday made that spike. I consider that a wave 3 to the upside, still unchanged. I have, not very good visibility of what really happens here on the lower time frame, because it's just sideways consolidation. That can be a lot different stuff. And sometimes it's good not to just get caught up in the weeds here and try to analyze every little wave, because as you know, micro counting, sometimes they do change. But it could be, so this move down, for example, is a 5-wave move. And as you know, a wave 4 is an ABC pattern typically. It could also be a triangle, to be honest, but the proportions don't really fit. But it could be here an A wave down. That's a 5-wave move down. That could be a B wave, and we're now moving down in C. What also is possible, but the C wave isn't really, not yet really started, has it? Because we're not really seeing the impulsive move down. But the B wave could also be a triangle, so that is a possibility. We don't have enough waves for that yet. We would maybe have, if we look at it as a triangle, because B waves can be triangles, then we might say this is an A wave, this is a B wave. But that's it, this would be a C, D, and E, so that could go on for a little while. Sometimes you see that in a wave 4, because B waves can be triangles and wave 4s are often boring. They often are. So that's a possibility, which would also send us down. So either just ABC or triangle. It could also be, that the B wave is already in and we're moving down in a C wave, but the C wave is an ending diagonal. In ending diagonals, you can get overlaps. So we could have here a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe one more leg down. But see, that's when you don't have a clear impulse here, that gets tricky, especially to count the micro nano waves. But that's where we are. The A wave is unfortunately very long. So if I use the A wave to calculate the target for the C wave, it would take us out of the channel. So it's not great. It would take us, the 1-to-1 ratio would take us to $16,666 US, just below the channel. So we need to have an eye on that. The very first target for the C wave would be the 16,745 level. That's the 61.8% extension. That is the very first target for a C wave, but it is not a very frequent target. Most likely you'd be looking at the 1-to-1 ratio, and in a more extreme case here it would be the 1.618 extension at 16,540. That's still above the 16,450 level, which I would use as a threshold to say this pattern works or not, because below 16,450 I'm going to start to lean towards the top is in. But that's basically where we are here. And there is not anything else to add, unfortunately. So maybe we'll see a little bit more volatility later today throughout the US stock market opening and the first few hours of the US stock market. That's normally when you get a bit more volatility. At the moment, it looks here corrective to the upside, corrective to the downside. So I wouldn't be too surprised if this is just a triangle pattern that is evolving. Problem with triangles is you only see them really when they have already created a few waves. But that is certainly what it could be, and that would suggest trend continuation down, but overall the view is still higher here in this fifth wave into the region of 17.1 or 17.6k. And there is not much more to add, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit a like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.